What's up, everybody? It's Joe from Empire Music, empiremusic.com in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We are Taylor Guitar's online premier dealer, one of only 30 in the world, bringing you the greatest things from Taylor Guitars all the time. Check out empiremusic.com for our entire selection of Taylor Guitars, full pro photos. Always know we do a full professional setup to factory spec on every single guitar we sell, dialing it into the best of its capabilities, delivering you not only a great Taylor guitar, but the best version of it. And we only carry a handful of brands, giving you a deep shopping experience within those brands, making sure we get you the right guitar, not just a great guitar. So we work really hard to make sure you have an excellent experience with us. And wow, you know, the Builder's Edition line from Taylor Guitars, Andy Power's kind of stamp along with V-Class bracing on the Taylor Guitars line is continually expanding and getting more exciting. And at the time of this filming, April of 2025, we are launching the new Builder's Edition 500 series with a 514 CE Builder's Edition, which is this one, and a 524 CE Builder's Edition. Check out the video I did on that one as well, so you can compare them. Builder's Edition guitars at their root are Andy's vision of what a guitar player should always want in a guitar in terms of a feature set, right? So we know we have V-Class bracing, which is kind of the soul of the modern Taylor guitar. V-Class bracing offers a handful of very important features, and then they're always applied. And then what changes in the models are the tonewoods and aesthetics. So we have an armrest, we have rolled chamfered edges, we have an ergonomic bridge, we have a recessed cutaway here, right? You can get in nice and easy. You can see the heel block, we have nice photos here, is very reduced. So nice and easy to get our hand way up high. Strap buttons in the back. Fast playing guitars, go-to hardware, expression system 2, all the things we'd want if we're performing with a guitar. So those features are all applied here. But the new 500 series Builder's Edition, the 514, offers a Sitka spruce top and chamois ash or urban ash back and sides. This is another way to push the ball forward for Taylor Guitars. Taylor has always been a brand that is super aware of the environment in terms of how they're impacting it in selecting tone woods and in the reality of the tone woods that are available to us long term. Urban ash or chamois ash is something that is responsibly sourced and something that we'll be able to continue to use long term. Despite what your great grandpappy said, and you only want the rosewood, or you only want mahogany, you only want this, you only want that. Over time, those materials are getting harder and harder to get, and Taylor's introducing woods consistently, and they have in their history, to bring to market. And guess what? These woods will be very dominant in the marketplace 15 or 20 years from now. Taylor's proven it with things like Ovencall, where no one had heard of that before, and now almost every single major brand uses it in some way, form or another. What's really cool about this wood combination, we have a spruce top, which gives us all of our kind of power and the most versatility in the top. So we get a lot of, the ability to play light, the ability to play heavy. The Grand Auditorium body shape is very versatile for light playing, fingerstyle, light picking through playing larger. The Urban Ash has a very specific sound in that it's kind of got this balance. So it's kind of like mahogany in its balance, but I'd say it's more focused than mahogany. It's a little bit, keeps each of the strings almost in their own lanes a little bit better. Taylor says they have controlled overtones. This is a really good way of wording it. Sometimes I read the information that Taylor sends us ahead of time. And it's like, okay, I don't know if that is something that someone can kind of comprehend in terms of as a guitar player. What does that mean to us? Well, here, definitely the case. You have this note focus. You get tons of focus throughout the guitar. If you watch the videos I do, I like to do dynamic ranges in the mids of the guitars, and I'm going to do that. And you'll hear the note separation is unbelievable on this. You get a certain woodiness to this that's like mahogany, right? It's kind of like that organic sound, a little punchy, really responds to the player. And those overtones, especially you'll hear, I think in the recording, ideally get yourself some good headphones or listen through a nice speaker. You'll hear that the guitar has a lot of character, but the sound isn't all over the place. It's just not like just tones crashing into each other, which when left unchecked can be kind of messy, right? So it's just like you do get a really, really good opportunity to have a guitar that's got a percussive nature to it, responds to you as a guitar player. The notes all stay in their lane and are heard, so you have plenty of clarity. And this has I'd say, an almost equal bass, mids, and trebles, right? Like that bottom end is going to be punchy, but it's not going to be overwhelming, but it still gives you a nice bookend to your sound. So if you're a solo guitar player or a singer-songwriter and you need to kind of fill the space, even if it's just for yourself, if your space is your living room and for your kids or your pets or your, whatever, just for yourself, you want to have that kind of tone that fills a space. This will still do that for you. It's just not as overwhelming as like a Rosewood where it has tons of bass and tons of treble. This guitar is going to be more even, which is really pleasant and a nice addition to a collection. I think a lot of times when people reach out about guitars, they don't know, is this better or is this better? It's like, I would tell you that if you think back to your days with the old Crayola box, there wasn't one crayon that was better because it depended on what you were coloring, right? And this is the same thing here. Sometimes a guitar like this is great for your collection because it gives you the balance and the focus that you need and that definition. And sometimes you need something else, and ideally we'd be able to have one of every type of guitar so that we can get the full collection of sounds, which isn't always possible. But the cool thing with this is since it, to me, is very similar in its balance to mahogany, would fit in any collection as a primary guitar. So what's cool about these instruments is, they're satin necked. So even though it's glossy all around, which is cool, the Builder's Edition is all going glossy. If you remember, when the Builder's Edition first came out, they were all satin guitars, and players really wanted gloss, but they gave us a satin neck, so we have a smooth neck here, which is for fast play. This thing is, our techs dialed this in for me yesterday, and it is money. I mean, it plays really, really fast. The guys here do an incredible job getting the neck angle right here, and we really ensure that we get you a great playing experience. I'm just looking at the guitar here and the action is nuts. So super comfortable. So let's hear it, because that's what you came here to do, right? So we have, again, a Sitka spruce top, urban ash back and sides. I'm gonna do the dynamic range of the guitar, and then I'm gonna do the mids of the guitar. And I think the story of this guitar, like Grand Auditoriums, they're gonna sound good, light to heavy. It's not the loudest guitar of all time, because it's not like a jumbo or a super jumbo, but it definitely will hang with bigger guitars. I mean, it's like for most of us, 99% of us, we won't ever need to be louder, and if we're performing, we always plug in anyway. So that's fine. Dynamic range is great, but I think what you'll notice, even in the strumming and the note picking, is you're gonna get evenness up and down the fingerboard, and from the high E to the low E. You're gonna hear that through the strumming and through the midsection. So let's check it out and see what you think. Another thing kind of stuck out to me, the kind of that woodiness is a very apparent in that treble. So when you're picking through it and strumming it, It does have a sparkle to it, like a cut to it, but it's not like crazy glassy. You know what I mean? It's just like it's got a little bit more oomph to it. The bass is in proportion to the rest of the guitar, which I love. I think guitars that are overly bassy, when you're strumming them, that's all you hear. You lose the ability to pick through the guitar. Everything else sounds weak, or when you finally do find something, it sounds exaggerated, like the top end gets kind of glassy and brash. This guitar is voiced very nicely. You hear kind of a natural damping to the effect. It's like you really feel the note staying succinct and falling off, and it just stays in its spot. So when I was strumming, I really did hear that kind of chorus of 6 equal voices. Through the middle of the guitar, it's obviously hyper apparent now, right? We're picking those individual notes, and what are they doing? They're just staying right where they want to be. And the good thing with that is if you're like a fingerstyle player, or you like to pick a lot of individual notes, or you like to pick through your chords, and you don't want everything to kind of sound like a blurry mess, this is spot on for that. I mean, really a ton of great note separation here, which is really interesting for players that want their guitar to be able to be heard in all the various positions of the neck, along with various styles of play, you know, not just like this heavy strumming. Obviously, if you were looking for a heavy strumming guitar with big bass, get us a Dreadnought or a Rosewood guitar, and that'll fit for this. Whereas this guitar is gonna really please us for the times we want that evenness in our sound. And in a lot of ways, that sounds almost more warm to us, to our ears sometimes, because of the balance. It sounds more lush, whereas guitars that are exaggerated at the extremes can sound, you know, kind of really brittle as well as thumpy. So just something to keep in mind. You know, if I know I hear this from customers a lot of times, like they'll take this video and they'll put a browser up and then open up another video and do the playing section side by side, so you can A/B them and kind of hear those differences. Here, you're going to hear expert balance, expert control is such a good word of this, and it's just like the notes are really controlled and stay in their space. The V-class bracing offers a ton of balance too, so it works really good. The Builder's Edition line is something we're always excited to see additions to, because I think it gives our customer base, the people that are interested in guitars, another great option in the line from Taylor Guitars to get a great playing guitar. A new sonic expression with the 514 Builder's Edition, where we have Sitka spruce top and the Shamel ash, which they call urban ash, back and sides. This is in the Kona burst. It comes in natural too, so we have both. It also comes in a mahogany top version called the 524. Check that video out as well. This is the Builder's Edition 514 CE from Taylor Guitars, brand new for 2025 at launch here. And just remember, we have Sitka spruce top, urban ash back and sides, all the Builder's Edition features. So you have the recessed cutaway, reduced heel, the rolled fingerboard edges, the super comfortable armrest, ergonomic bridge. Obviously we have ebony fingerboard and bridge. We have the Expression System 2, Goto hardware, all the features we'd want. Satin neck so it plays crazy fast. Most importantly, when you go to empiremusic.com, no matter what guitar you're looking for, never stock photos. We always set up every guitar, dial it in, pro setup to factory spec. We get this guitar is exactly how Taylor Guitars would hand it off the line to a touring artist. I can't stress that enough. Matt does an incredible job here pro packing them, fully packaging them, bubble wrap, the bits, the whole, this thing's coming locked up, super safe, fully insured to your door. So we're gonna get you a great instrument. Check out our selection of our brands, because we curate the inventory. We stock very heavy in a handful of brands, making sure you get a great buying experience. We don't get you just a great guitar, but we get the right guitar. So hit us up at empiremusic.com. We have a chat on the site. You can always just give us a call here at the shop, 412-343-5299. We're glad to help you with anything regarded to anything in our inventory. Check out the new Builder's Edition 500 Series 514 CE Builder's Edition from Taylor Guitars here at Empire. Thanks for watching.